Good morning, Run Junkies. Welcome back to another episode of Back to Run Disney. We are starting a new training cycle. Yes, I'm starting over because if you guys followed me along for the last couple of weeks, I was experimenting. Experiment's over. Moving on. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a minute, but took a few days off. I'm getting to you midweek. So I'm starting here on a Wednesday with my first run back in a few days. So stick around. I think we're going to have some fun, and I'll tell you all about it. Come on, puppy. So, last couple of weeks I've been working on this experiment, Run Less, Run Faster, which kind of had the results that I expected. Link above. So I'm getting back to a 15-week half marathon for time training plan. I want to keep with the speed work that I've been doing while still having some endurance for Walt Disney World weekend events. In case you missed it, I am doing the 2-course challenge at Wine and Dine weekend, which is in 5 weeks. And I am doing basically the 2-course challenge again, the 10K and half at Walt Disney World Marathon weekend. That right now is the ultimate goal. So I'm training as if I'm going to do that Walt Disney World half marathon for time. It's nice to be back out because fall is in the air and I'm ready to get it done. So stick around.
I'll work it up again. Stronger than I ever been. I'll work it up again. Stronger than I ever been. I'll work it up again. Stronger than I ever been.
Hey guys, it's the 30th and I have officially earned my Humor Streaker medal. I'm going to open this. I'm kind of excited that this month is over, to be perfectly frank. So there's that guy right there. It is a cross-country day and I'm hoping that they actually cancel it. It's been raining for the last couple of days. Like, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's sweatshirt and spirit jersey weather. Fall has arrived. I'm taking at least 24-hour hiatus from social media, which means that once I'm done recording this here, I'm going to take a break. You don't know that because as it all stitches together, it's a 15-minute weekend update video. 3 miles this morning to finish out the month, and I will be taking a hard look at what October brings because I'm starting this week. Technically, was the start of this this next training plan. However, I'm still really dealing with kind of the after effects of all of September. A race effort, I dropped quite a bit of strength training for recovery purposes. I wasn't doing any yoga, and I'm paying for it. So I've added that back into my October plan. So I'm taking a break from the socials, and I need it. Like I waste my time. I just waste so much time on socials just scrolling. So I'm forcing myself, literally forcing myself. Like I know that it's going to be hard for me to do this. So that's what's happening. Yeah, but I'm going to check out for a little bit. Back from my social media hiatus. Actually, it felt really, really good. The first few hours, I panicked a little bit. It was really challenging, but I turned off all of my notifications. Look, this is probably not news to anybody, but I finally figured it out. If you turn off notifications on your phone, you're not thinking about it all the time. I have to have my phone with me. I have my son who is at school and he may need me, and we have
I'm the emergency contact, so I have to have my phone on me. So text messages and email, those were the things that I checked into. Social media, not at all. And by the time I got to this morning, I didn't want to check back in, which I think says something. And I'm going to talk quite a bit about that next week. And let me give you a sneak preview about what next week is going to be about. I got a whole box of stuff. September felt really long to me. I think because I started the month with a race and I needed to recover from that race. I had 2 months of this experiment that I did. And so now I get to actually start a training plan I'm familiar with and comfortable with. So that's where I am. I'm doing a half marathon for time, but I have to ease back into it. So I did 2 runs. I did the one you saw earlier, Wednesday. It was like a 5K. And I was doing 30-second, like fast-paced intervals, like 5K pace intervals. Those nearly wrecked me. Like they were painful. That's how bad this method that I was using for a couple weeks, that's how bad. I mean, this was like 5-6 days after my last run and it still hurt. So I ran again yesterday. It was a nice, easy 3-miler and it still hurt. Like my gait's off, my form's off. Because, like I said, I had dropped strength, I dropped yoga, I dropped all of the extras that should not be extra. So I am approaching this next 15 some odd weeks, whatever it is, between now and Walt Disney World Half Marathon, with a more well-rounded approach to fitness, not just running. I can't say I made mistakes because I knew what I was doing. I won't sit here and tell you that I screwed up. I will tell you that I know what I was getting myself into. I know that I knew going into it that it could have been bad. Okay, so making those mistakes now, recovering from them now, gives me time to get into Wine and Dine 2-course challenge and the Walt Disney World weekend event. The weather is getting cooler, so now I'm having to deal with being inside, maybe dealing with some rain, some less than desirable conditions, darker hours. So now that it is getting cooler, not that I don't like running outside when it's cooler. In fact, I love it. It's the other exercise. So today was a non-running day. I did 20 minutes of Supernatural. And I will tell you that, I get mocked for this sometimes, that doing this virtual reality training session, but it is honestly the best core activator I have found that isn't just core work, planks and sit-ups and all of these other things. So it's a functional activation of my entire core, from shoulders to hips to glutes. So I'm going to incorporate more of that. I've taken probably 6 months off of that. So I did 20 minutes of that today. I did 30 minutes of back to regular weightlifting strength. And then I did 15 minutes of yoga. So I did all of it all over again. Bringing all of that in after about an hour's worth of work, I came back upstairs and I'm like, oh, yes. It was a good kind of tired. It was a good post-workout, like, you know what? I did something and it was good for me.
I always like fresh beginnings, really do. I haven't had a lot to say. I've been very introspective this last few days, and there's so much I want to share with you, but I do feel like I have to work through some things on my own first. but I'm enjoying this fresh beginning with a new training plan. It's a new month. It's October. It's starting to cool off a little bit. We're starting to get a little color in the trees. And yeah, I'm still wearing a tank top because I'm going to as long as I possibly can. But I'm going to close it out today. I had zero FOMO over being at Walt Disney World 50th celebration. I'm glad I didn't go down there. I will get there eventually. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at Run Disney events upcoming. But what do you think? Are you excited for fall racing season? Have you already raced? Do you have a race upcoming? I want to hear about it. Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions for future videos in the comment section down below. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Remember, you can support this channel, this network financially over on our Patreon page, where you get exclusive access to bloopers, behind the scenes, after the edits, after shows, pre-shows, for not just here, but the podcast. So I hope you join me over there. We're having a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, remember, you have no limits. Happy running.
We ought to be recording that.
I am.
Oh, very good.